makes it more efficient.
Yeah.
So welcome, guys. We're I don't know what episode this is. Probably 4 or 5. I can't remember. Shot the 3D Experience YouTube channel. I told you not to do that.
Get the ruler out.
And
Surprised you didn't have one already for me.
Yeah.
what we're doing today is kind of a staff member spotlight. We're going to try to get through all staff members throughout the year, and we brought Ryan Hershberger on here. We're going to talk about Kansas event. It's coming up in a couple of weeks.
Yeah.
And some news with what we're doing different in Kansas too. So
That's some cool stuff.
those are some of the things we're going to talk about today. Amber's with us again. She's going to be more talkative on this episode.
We're going to find out.
So let's begin. Ryan, you've been with us forever.
Since day one.
Since before day one.
Yeah, odd day and out days.
Yeah.
The good old days.
Yeah.
From the very, very beginning. And you're still with us, and that's kind of why we wanted to bring you on first. But let's do a little intro. Why don't you tell us your name, where you're from, where you grew up?
Ryan Hershberger from Shoto, Oklahoma. Born and raised there. Stayed there my whole life. 30 years old. Got one little one. She'll be turning 10 in July. She definitely keeps me on my toes for sure. She's
Like her
a
dad.
spitfire. Sports
Yes,
and hunting and fishing. She loves it all.
Yeah. And what kind of sports is she playing right now?
Right now, she's in softball. She's playing for two teams right now. We got accepted to a competitive fall team this fall.
So have fun with that.
She's excited for it for sure. She loves softball, playing basketball in the fall. So we'll see how the fall goes. Treats us during hunting season.
Yeah, sure. I know. It's like Cannon, he plays sports and soccer during the fall. I'm like, dude, you're gonna have to figure out this is cutting into hunting time.
Yeah, that's what I told her. She's like, Dad, we got it. You don't remember last year I killed that buck bigger than yours last year? Anything you shot. She's beat me the last 2 years.
Oh,
She's beat
speaking
me.
of which, I saw the post. He's got the cape on there.
Yeah, hopefully she ain't watching this.
Yeah, well,
Because that's a
we're
secret.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Well,
That sucker
this
looks
isn't
good.
live, so
Okay, good.
we'll push it out in a few days.
On the way here, her mom actually texted and said she was asking about her deer mounts from last year and the year before. She's like, Mom, where they at? She's like, I don't know, I haven't heard anything from her. She's like, can we just get the horns back? I want them on my wall. She's impatient.
I don't blame her. There's some nice racks, man.
Yeah, especially last year's. That dude's going to be hard to beat.
Spoiled. Well, it's spoiled.
It's probably going to be ready this month, right?
Yeah, the one from last year will be ready for this coming month.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's a pretty quick turnaround time, honestly.
Yeah.
Most people wait till...
Because she killed it on that youth hunt in October, and we got it to him quick as we can. And like you said, he had it mounted and drying, so hopefully another couple weeks.
So who's doing your mount?
Wilson Taxidermy here in Claremore.
Claremore? Awesome. Awesome. Well, yeah, she is a spitfire. If you've not met Greenlee, she'll give as much as she'll take as much as you can give her, and she'll give as much as you can take.
For sure. Definitely. I'm paying for my raisins for a young as hungry as I was. I'm still on there though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you've been here with Shot since the conception of Shot. Before that, you was with Odd Bay Now when we started it up, and we ran that for a couple years.
Yeah.
Always there, willing to help, doing work days, running the events. So we want to bring you on and tell you how much we appreciate all the work you do, and let some of our listeners kind of, I guess, get an idea of what that is and
the inside scoop.
The inside scoop and seeing it through your eyes too. So,
yeah, they hear our loudmouths all the time. So
yeah,
let's talk a little bit about Ryan Hershberger, the hunter. What kind of hunting do you like to do?
The last several years, I've been strictly on not private land, public land here recently, and slowly switching over to saddle hunting the last 2 years. And like last year and the year before, I was straightly saddle hunting public land and had some good success with it. Nothing massive kill.
Whitetail deer?
Yeah.
You do any turkey hunting?
Nah, I haven't in the last couple of years. I've been straightly deer hunting and fishing mostly.
What kind of fishing you like to do?
Crappie and catfishing.
Okay. Crappie fishing.
About time to roll for that, ain't it?
Oh yeah, me and Dad went last weekend. It's getting there.
Mm-hmm. And so you said you've been transitioning into the saddle hunting.
Yeah, there for a few years I was just hanging stands, hunting out of it. But the last 2 years I've slowly switched over to saddle hunting. I love it. I don't think I'll go back to hanging tree stands, to be honest with you, especially on public land.
That's what a lot of people say. Yeah.
I haven't jumped on that bandwagon just yet, but with everybody the way they talk about it, and then,
It's so convenient.
I know I'm a ground guy by nature. Like,
Yeah.
we'll get into my backstory one of these days on why I'm a ground guy, but
You see Brian above 3 foot
yeah,
above the ground, like
That's a good day.
I'm not a fan of heights.
Yeah.
Heights and werewolves, that's about the only thing I don't like. So
So let's talk saddles a minute. What kind of saddle you been operating out of?
Last year I bought the Cloud, and it was pretty good. It's not a bad saddle. It's pretty good. And then just got the Buzzard Roost one. I haven't tried it out yet this year. I think it'll be a good one. I think it's lighter than my Cloud, to be honest with you. But it may be different when I throw all my ropes on there. Because I got some good long rope. And,
Yeah, you do the single.
Yeah, the one stick climb
One
method.
stick climbing and rappelling down the tree.
Yep.
all right, so for guys like me that's kind of new to this, and maybe anybody else listening, like, what is the one sticking deal? Like, what's the deal with it?
Man, it's like one stick, and you get like a lot of people run aiders with it. Some people run two-step aiders or three-step aiders. That way you can get that extra.
And the aider is the one that hangs down.
Yeah, like the rope piece that hangs off the bottom of that step, and that's just extra steps and a little bit lighter where you can stick it up and get
So
more
essentially, you
height.
have a step there too. So, but only one full.
Yeah, one stick. I think mine's 22 inches. My step is. That's why I threw the aiders on there to help me get a little extra length out of it. That way I can just roll up the aiders up to it and pack it in.
So you use an aider, gives you like 2 or 3 steps up, and then you tether yourself to the tree, right?
Yep.
And then once you're tethered to the tree, then you're grabbing down below you that one stick and raising it.
Yeah, on my stick I got like they call it the cleat clamp, lock or whatever. You just rip it off. That's what I usually use. It's a lot easier instead of trying to tie it.
It's all new to me, man.
So what happens if you drop your stick while you're doing that?
Well, you might as well rappel back down, start all over.
You ever done that?
Not yet. Knock on wood.
Yeah,
knock on wood.
It's gonna happen this season now.
Yeah, it probably will. Jinx me.
Kind of reminds me of the old climber stands.
Yeah.
I lost that bottom piece.
I've had that happen before. When I was young, I think I was in middle school. We was over there in Salina area, and I had a platform fall, and luckily I had my phone where I could reach it. Called my brother back. Hey, can you come help me? Ended up having to drop down, start all over.
So the Cloud, is it a single panel?
Yeah,
design.
It's a single panel design on it.
A little bit different than a regular single.
And
panel.
it's got the pockets are built in on the side too, where you can stick your ropes or whatever.
If I remember right, I might be mistaken, but it's more like a one-piece fabric.
Yeah, kind of like I want to say a big adult diaper.
Yeah.
Inside.
And the Buzzard Roost, it's a 2-panel design.
Yeah.
We got one hanging up here on the wall.
That's another reason why I went to it. Is you can like actually use that 2-piece panel to sit like you're sitting in a chair.
That's what caught my attention on this whole
It's
deal.
way more comfortable.
Yeah.
Like, it looked like,
especially on them long days when you're hunting a rut, like you're sitting out there all day, you want to be comfortable for sure. Gotta have them hosties too.
Yeah.
For sure.
Gotta have your snacks.
Yeah, hosties and deer jerky, hopefully.
I never heard it called that before.
Twinkies, whatever they're called nowadays.
The Mirabelle commercial. Hey, where's the cream filling?
Yeah. Toasties, Little Dabbies, the good snacks.
I wrote the originals, old Twinkie the Kid.
Yeah, love Twinkies.
Well, are you still on a bunch of public land, or you got some private land now you're hunting?
I'm mostly strictly on public land. My brother, he's got some private land. He's let my little one hunt, so
Won't let you hunt.
won't let me hunt. But I understand. We gotta grow them big deer somehow.
Yeah,
for sure.
She shot a fantastic one. We'll try to splice in a photo of that here on the video.
I don't know what was bigger, the rack or the smile on that girl's face.
Dude, she did not sleep that night.
And if you know anybody
Dad,
that's hurt,
when we gonna get him back? Dad, when you take him to the taxidermy? Dad, I'm like, hang on.
She's let all of us hear because it was bigger than any deer that we all killed last year. I think it's
a
might
stud.
be bigger than that one you shot in Nebraska.
It's a stud. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a stud for sure, especially for Oklahoma.
Yeah.
So tell us about your setup, your bow hunting setup.
This year I just switched over to the now you asking me what blank Matthews Lift 33.
You got a lift 33
Yeah.
or a phase 4?
No, it's the Lift.
Is it okay?
Yeah, the Lift's the newer one, right?
Well, it's not the newest one.
Well, not the newest, but
The
Lift X is the
still the
new
newest
one. Yeah, it's the Lift 33.
How you liking it?
Still, well, I don't know, kind of love-hate relationship those days, you know? Like that photo I posted of that Earl on the chain link fence.
Yeah,
was
we'll have to spice that photo in too.
Yeah.
There's been some good shots. I still struggle with it, like everybody else would probably. I've only had it for like 4 or 5 months. Still getting used to it.
So lift 33. What area are you shooting?
Victories, the
Rip TKOs.
no, it's the
XV.
Oh,
XVs, yeah.
But the XVs, what broadhead you using?
This year I kind of did an experiment with broadheads. I did the G5s and then
Mega meats or
yeah, the mega meats. I loved them, but the only thing bad about those, the blades are so thin they get tore up.
one and done.
Especially when you shoot them in the neck like I did. I didn't want to track anything that day.
you shot quite a few deer this year, right? Like 6 or 7.
Yeah, no, not that many. Easy now. On camera. No, I got 3 does. I got them in 3 days.
Yeah.
3 days in a
I
row.
took off a whole week because for that youth hunt, I was like, I'm gonna take off the whole week and try to get me something.
Yeah.
Man, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, I had 3 down.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
So didn't even have to track them. That's what I like.
All mega meats.
Yeah, those 3 were, and then they got a smaller buck, manageable buck, especially for public, and he's kind of messed up on that one side. I used a whitetail Grim Reaper on that one. I shot him right in the neck, right here in the jugular, and it just looked like someone took a paint can, poked holes in there, and scattered it everywhere.
Oh,
Well, are you planning on using the same broadheads this up and coming year, or doing some more experiments?
I still got 2 Grim Reapers. We might use those and find something else. We might try some of some ones we
Sever.
try some of those.
Yeah, I recommend shooting the hybrids. I really like those.
That's the only one I haven't tried. I've been shooting the 2.0s. Happy with them.
Yeah.
The one I shot last season, man, it didn't go far. About ran me off the hill. Come running right at me, but like couldn't be more happy with them.
Yeah. Well, so let's talk about like what you do for shot.
I do a little bit of everything.
Well, you do.
I'm just kidding.
You've been with us for a long time, but like walk us through an event in the eyes of Ryan Hershberger.
Wake up early in the morning.
So what are we doing first, though?
Driving there, hauling our stuff there.
Okay,
Usually.
technically, yeah. So
Hauling
drive
our-
there. So we have setup days.
Yeah, we have
Usually,
setup days for Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday.
Yep.
Setting all the targets up, running through the woods, setting them. Then after that, we'll move off to base camp. Hopefully by Friday morning.
so let's talk about the setup a little bit. Do you actually enjoy that?
Yeah, because I'm usually when we're out there running around, I'm usually trying to poke fun at somebody or
Mm-hmm.
poke some
Trying.
fun. Yeah, be on the honor side, make it fun. You know, you gotta make it enjoyable while you're out there working.
Yeah.
It's hard work, but it doesn't have to be miserable, right?
No,
So,
it don't. That's why you're there. Have fun with it. And
we can always tell where Ryan is, what course he's on, because he's the one yelling, "Hey, girl!"
yeah,
Or
or
making
Marco
goat noises or animal noises.
Yeah.
Yeah.
doing the Bob White whistle.
Yeah, whistling.
Yeah,
I heard-
you actually tricked me.
I heard
in
about
Louisiana.
that.
I think I heard
Where's the
Yeah.
grill at?
Yeah, gotta keep it entertaining for sure.
You do.
3 days to set up. We're probably getting between 7 and 10 miles a day
Oh yeah, for sure, easily.
on average. Like Louisiana was a little bit easier
Yeah.
with the side by side access. We didn't have to march.
I
in
know
as
the
much.
first day at Arrowhead, we walked up that hill, and I looked at Brian. I said, "I ain't made for this no more. I'm out of breath already. I know I'm young."
The
and
first
stuff.
event's always the worst, no
Yeah.
matter where you're at.
We all
no matter
said we're gonna
what
go
we're
work
doing.
out, and we never did.
Posty time.
Yeah.
Too much posty
Too
time.
much Hosties and Twinkies or Little Debbie's.
So 3 solid days of that. We try to get done as early as we can on Friday. We really didn't get done early at Arrowhead, but
No.
we did Louisiana, which afforded us a little bit of free time on Friday, and we took advantage of that and had a little team shoot.
Yeah, that was pretty fun.
That was
Everybody enjoyed that. I think all the trash talking and
Minus the mud.
yeah, the mud
I
was.
was like knee deep.
Stick notes, mud notes.
Yeah, mud notes in there. Did y'all see
Oh,
the
yeah,
snake
that
tracks in
was-
there?
Yeah, not till after you said something, but
Yeah, I was seeing that note and I looked behind there and seen that snake track. There were 2 snake tracks. I was like, there's snakes out here. Let's keep going. I'm not a snake fan here.
I was hoping one of you two would have saw one.
Yeah, you would have heard me scream like I did at Tulsa last year.
Yeah.
That little small 6-inch snake, I screamed like a
Touched his
little
hand.
schoolgirl and took off running. Everybody said, "Where are you going? Snake!"
Yeah, we had fun with it. It was much needed, and
Good bonding time with all of our members, and
Yeah.
because we all don't see each other like every day, especially some of the ones that live far off.
Yeah.
And we did a random draw to do 3 different teams. I shot with some people that were on our staff that I've never shot with before, so it was good. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah, for
Of
sure.
course, my team won.
Of course, I think they cheated.
Here we go.
I
Yeah,
think they cheated.
yeah, I know.
If I didn't fall in the mud, I would have been fine.
Yeah.
The what you got all those 5s and 8s.
We're not going to talk about that.
It
hurt my pride, okay?
I seen her go off that hole. I'm like, oh god, there goes Amber. We lost her in the mud.
Amber's down.
It was funny though at Muddy Bottoms. If you watched at base camp while we were up there, like you about every 5th person you'd see with a mud up to
about to their knees.
There was a poor kid with like. Even Canyon got some of it, but there's a kid with Crocs, and they were just complete. He was
oh yeah, well, when we was out shooting, I was like, we kept finding Crocs. I was like, anybody need a Croc? There's another set.
Yeah.
I actually got asked a few times from different customers, what kind of, do we need mud boots? What kind of, so we're at Muddy Bottoms.
Yeah. Just come barefooted.
It's in the name.
Held true to the name.
Yeah,
For
it definitely did. Yeah.
Some of that mud looked dry, and you stepped right on it, sucked right down into it.
Between the mud and the pollen.
Crispies. Yeah.
Oh, the pollen was brutal.
The pollen was epic.
I think my nose just got cleared from all of that stuff.
Yeah.
It was horrible.
I don't
I'm
know
still
how
taking
guys
some
Snot and
Yeah.
sneezing.
And then we had our nurse down there. She drugged us all up the first night.
Yeah, and it didn't work for me. So I need something
It
stronger.
did me. I was good till literally crossed back into Oklahoma.
That's
so I
what
don't know
mine
if it was like residual and it finally just hit me, or if like Oklahoma was. I don't know. It was bad.
Yeah, I'm the same way. I felt good until the last day we were there, and on the way back, and for the next 2 days after we got back to Oklahoma, I was like, and I don't get allergies very much, so I think it was residual. Finally caught up because Oklahoma doesn't normally bother me at all. So, and so then that's the setup days. Friday we had a little bit of fun shoot, and then we go into the event days. What do you normally do on an event day?
Usually I'm helping along with the novelty shots, and then if need help somewhere else, I'll go anywhere y'all need me. Puzzle man.
What knowledge shots have you been on this year?
Oh man, they kind of back and forth. We was
with everything.
Yeah, Will of Destiny,
Sever,
Sever one, and then
Speed Round. I mean,
Tactic
everything. Yeah,
I like to come help you out every once in a while.
Buffalo,
restroom break stuff, lunch break.
You get called out any?
We ain't gonna talk about that. Between me and Ethan, that one day
I'll
after
tell
you
you
call
what,
up.
man. Here's what's getting bad about the call-outs is it's freaking kids kicking our butts. All these 13, 14-year-old kids are coming out and calling us out. And we're kind of like, oh, yeah, okay, we'll give you one, you know, and then you try to win,
and
you can't win.
Even worse.
Yeah, it's bad.
Have you won any of the call-outs?
I won maybe 1 or 2, maybe 8.
For the listeners, why don't you explain what the call-out is?
So on the call-out, like, you can pay 2 tickets for the call-out, shoot against any staff member you want to pick, and we'll let you pick out the target, and we'll do center 12s or whatever you want.
It's just one-on-one.
One-on-one.
Make up your own game.
Best shot
So
out
if
of
I
it.
call you out, it's like, hey, Ryan, I'm calling you out. We're shooting a cougar at 42 yards.
Yeah.
It's closest one to the bottom 12. Or you could say top 12.
Top 12, center 12. Or we can go over to the bison and shoot that 106.
Yeah.
Whoever's closer to that 12 ring on that dude.
So customers have a lot of fun with that.
Yeah. That's the one I have the most fun with, though.
I like, especially them younger kids, just to see that smile when they beat us. It's like, that makes the day right there.
Oh, yeah.
I love seeing them young ones coming out and shoot. That's the best part, too. Seeing them young ones, getting that younger generation out there to get out and great outdoors.
100%.
For sure.
So 2 days of running the events. In Tulsa, it'll be 3.
Yeah.
After day 1, and like we shut down around 5 o'clock, is it
oh, your feet's hurting usually.
So you're smoked.
Oh yeah, you're smoked. You're ready for a good meal and off the bed usually.
You know, when we originally started this venture, I thought shut it down at 5. Everybody gets off the course. We'll be able to grab our bows and go shoot a course or 2. Yeah. I don't think it's happened one time.
No.
We've had a couple of staff members that maybe went
one or two of them, but like as a team,
yeah,
we're usually cranky and smoked.
Yeah,
cranky for sure. Hangry.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, sometimes it's so busy you don't have time for food break during the day.
Especially you follow when we didn't have that or the daylight savings there. We was out there until dark a lot of time. Brian's like, well, we'll get the headlights out here and we'll keep shooting.
Yeah, I'll stay there as long as everybody's buying tickets, man. I'll take tickets all night long. So
we'll have to get some spotlights out there next time.
You know, we might actually try something like that one of these days, huh?
Yeah, maybe.
Nice shot.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll have to maybe take a 2-hour break after it all settles down and then go back out there and put the lights on.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Which we have the opportunity to do at the next event.
That's what I was rolling into.
So we got 2 days of that, and then on Sunday we shut it down around 3 o'clock, and then what?
Then we start slowly wrapping up some of the base camp stuff. If there's maybe some of the smaller courses like Antler Motorsports, we like at Muddy Bottoms, we get a few of the smaller, shorter courses, kind of picked up targets and everything there, and then
at Muddy Bottoms, we had it all done Sunday night.
Yeah,
the whole
fastest pickup ever.
Busted tail on that one. I'm glad we did because of that rain that night. It would have been a mess in the morning.
Yeah.
I know that Monday morning when I pulled out, my wheels started spinning. I was like, I'm glad we got all
in the driveway.
Yeah, in the driveway.
Let alone out there on the courses.
Yeah, especially on some of them hills behind there.
Yeah, we busted our butt Sunday evening, and we kind of pushed everybody to get it knocked out, and it was a lot of work.
Yeah, for sure.
To pick up everything in a few hours.
Yeah.
Essentially, that we took 3 days to set up.
We got a good crew, though.
We have an awesome crew, and everybody pitched in and knocked it out of the park, and we had trailers buttoned up, parked, ready to. We were even talking about, well, we could go home tonight, or if anybody wants to go home tonight, they can. And everybody's like, no, I want to sleep it off. And wake
that's
up
for sure. Catch that sleep.
Yeah.
But it did save our bacon because it stormed, and
on an already muddy course set up.
A muddy course that was dry.
Yeah. Supposedly dry.
And then I wouldn't want to be out there the next morning.
No. Like I said, I went out to leave. The truck started spinning. I was like, man, I don't have to jump out and lock the hubs and put it in full drive and get out of here.
Mm-hmm. Back on course setup though, when we're setting courses and getting everything rolled out for shots, like you get a little bit of input too on like, hey man,
you see a different shot or something. Hey, what about this shot?
That's what's pretty cool.
We look for the coolest shots usually. Coolest, hardest.
The thing that I enjoy is the input from everybody. It's not like just
everybody has their.
This is what we're doing. Like everybody sees something different.
Yeah.
We've been setting targets for a long time. The three of us actually. I mean, there's some stuff that we see that some people don't see, and then sometimes there's some stuff that
we don't.
Somebody else sees, and I'm like, oh, you know what?
That's a good thing about having a good crew like we do. Having several
and
different
guys
eyes
that all
out there.
shoot, right? And
all
girls
shoot.
I especially like doing the ones that the little people can't see. So.
Yeah.
Well, what I thought was really interesting about Louisiana was the Wild Creek course.
Yeah.
We split up on day. It was Thursday, right?
Yeah.
So Thursday we split up. Brian was with Brian. No, you were with me.
No, I was with you on the.
Brian took a group of guys.
Me, Bobby, Tim, and Easton.
Set up the Wild Creek course. And then I took a group of guys. It was me, you, Nathan, and Levi.
Yeah, Levi was. Yeah, he was with us.
And we went and did Rolling Bones. And the difference between the two courses was pretty funny.
Yeah.
So
we didn't even plan it. That's the funny part.
It was just like the Wild Creek had Brian's stamp on it, and it was all low obstructions. Like you had to shoot over a log, over something down low was going to get in your way. And on the Rolling Bones, it was all high obstructions. So the tall guy had the high stuff, and the short guy had the short stuff. And you could, like, if you were a part of our group, okay, this was a Brian course, and this was a Jeremy's course.
Yeah. That's what is, when we're all together, that's what makes like the Titleist course when we're all kind of setting out when it's the harder course, it's the longer course. So you get a mixture, like there's a low obstruction here, and then 2 targets down, there's a high obstruction, and then there's a medium like it. There's always that happy medium when we're all together on that.
Some of our customers that have been around a long time, like Brian and Shelby,
they'll
come back and give us feedback like, shot 13, you set that up, didn't you? Yeah, it was either me or Brian. But it's pretty funny.
Oh yeah.
Some of those on Wild Creek, I couldn't even see. I'm like, what am I shooting at?
Especially that alligator.
Crocodile,
we tried to get her to stand on that crate. She wouldn't do it.
100%. So if you guys were there, there was an awesome creek that went through the Wild Creek course, and I really wanted so bad to find a spot for that crocodile to be coming out. Where I wanted to shoot off the bridge, but I could not find a good way to get around it and get everybody to make everything flow good. So I just happened to be walking back up, and I was like, man, there's a hole right there. Like, it's not a long shot, but man, you can barely. That thing blends like a ninja anyway.
Yeah, it does.
And it's hard to see them scoring range.
And you can't see the scoring even at 22 yards.
Yeah, I struggled with it.
I think you did good though.
Yeah, I did. I think I got a 10 on that one.
The Tacticam, put the Tacticam up on the right there behind it, so you can kind of see the croc and then people coming down. And there was a lot of Tacticam pictures of people walking up like, what am I shooting at over here? Like, so that
it blended in for sure.
And that goes into like when we're doing these course setups, like part of it, like there's a little bit of Easter egg hunting, a little bit of where's Waldo. So
there's a few of those.
Yeah,
where's Waldo?
Yeah, and that's what makes it fun. So
yeah, it was 19.6 yards for me, and I knew where the 12 was because it was right on a black band. It took us a while to figure it out.
Yeah.
But once we figured out where it was at, and then when I drew back and got everything to my sight picture, I was like, pinholed that black band, but it was the wrong black band. It was the one to the left.
You take your eye off of it.
Yeah.
And you're like,
that's the same thing with that Critter and Friends one.
Oh, yeah, the crop for
that too.
Yeah. Yeah, well, I remember when Bobby and Easton and Tim were down there, I'm standing at the cone. They're like, does that look good? And I'm like, can't see it. Looks good.
That literally was my thought process.
Yeah, that is.
I can't even see it.
Yep, perfect. Can't see it.
And you step up there and you really couldn't see
it.
Oh, yeah.
No, I just aimed at the ground. I didn't even know what I was shooting at. I was prepared to lose that arrow.
100% purpose of the shot was to aim at the ground, arch right over it. So those are some of my favorite ones.
Yeah, there's not much arc at 310 feet per second bow at 19 yards, guys.
Yeah.
So, why don't you tell us what your goals are in archery for this year?
Be a better shot, man. Like when I first started coming around with y'all, especially when we was odd man out, man, I didn't even know what tape sight was. Like, what are y'all talking about? A little backwoods kid coming along. What's a tape sight?
Well, you've been on a pretty good journey.
Yeah.
But it's been a blast, like pushing it out there, make a better shot, man. It definitely helps you making them shots while you're out in the woods hunting too, for sure. Like especially like some of our courses, the way they're set up, like Some of them are like real technical.
Yeah,
like,
for sure.
You can use them while you're hunting for sure.
Especially like you talk about not knowing, move sides, tapes, all that. In the last 5 years, archery's really progressed in
it's all
distance,
changed,
right?
Yeah.
Like, but before we went and shot tack, I never shot freaking 100.
Me neither. I was like, man,
100 yards.
I don't want to use my arrows out this far, and I don't even want to shoot. I'm like, let's send it. Dude.
Now it's first thing in the morning when I get up on an event day. It's like first shot's 106 yards at the buffalo. Like that's a warm up shot now.
Oh yeah, I love it when they come warm up on that and watch it.
Yeah.
But
what about goals for hunting? Anything you want to?
I'd like to try to get a monster one of these days, but
what's a monster
for daughter?
Beat my daughter for sure.
She set the bar pretty high.
She definitely did.
What do you think that thing scores?
Shoot, I don't know.
Between 140 and 150?
Yeah, it'd probably be that.
Yeah, I bet it's
probably be that easily.
Sure.
Yeah. I'd like to go get it scored when we get it back for sure, just to see.
Be cool. Be cool if it was
that one G2 on that one side. That sucker's tall. I was like, man, I want to measure that.
Mm-hmm.
It's got to be at least 16 inches tall.
It's every bit of 15. I would guess 15.
That one G2's probably not really cool.
Mm-hmm.
And then that
the side that has the kicker on it?
No, it's the opposite side that has the kicker. But yeah, it was an gnarly one.
I know when I got the picture.
Yeah.
After she shot it, I was like,
oh yeah. I don't know who was shaking more in the tree, either if it was me or her. It was wild. We had that little buck in front of him. Like he'd pick his head up right there in the kill zone. I was like, hey, can't pull the trigger now. Hold on. And it just kept picking it.
You guys had some awesome hunts though.
Oh yeah, we've had some good hunts with them. We crossbow hunted last year quite a bit, and finally got that one down. It took a little bit, but she got him down last year, and then this year we had a few hunts, and then youth weekend, first night, Friday evening, sitting out there, dude. It was getting close to dark. I was getting nervous. I was like, man, is he coming? Is he coming?
Yeah.
Because dude, we had does coming right beside us.
Yeah, you had deer everywhere.
I think we had close to 23 deer by us, I think.
Horrible spotties.
Horrible spot, man. I'm not telling where it's at, but my brother might kick my butt for that. But yeah, we even had one doe come right beside us, blue. I'm like, oh man, there goes our hunt, man. They all kind of took off, and I was like, man, that might not be a bad deal. Like, get all these deer's ears and eyes out of here.
Yeah.
Get them out of here. And they took off up to another feeder up there away from us on the other side of the hill. And like, I looked over, here comes a small buck, and like tapped her, like, hey, you better wake up. You better keep your eyes open. And I looked over, and I was like, oh my goodness, here he comes. As soon as I seen him, I started shaking.
It's awesome when you see a deer like that kind of walking.
Of course, we was in the stand. We had that gun on the rail, and I was like, "You ready?" She's like, "Yeah." I said, "You see him? He coming in?" It's like, "Yeah." All right, get your scope up. And we had to sit there, and like I said, we had to wait for that small buck in front of him to kind of keep his head down. And once he kept it down long enough, I said, "Better slowly squeeze that trigger."
That small buck was a decent buck too.
Yeah, he was decent.
Yeah,
I'm not. Yeah,
it's not like a.
He's
not like a little basket.
Brothers managed him pretty good for sure. He spoils them. He feeds them year round too.
Yep.
Like
it's good.
He food plot, deer corn everywhere.
What do you got in the plot?
This year we did wheat, or actually we had a little bit of milo. We let the milo stand, a little strip of milo stand for a little bit, and then mostly turkeys ate that. And then we had wheat, turnips, a little bit of we had a little bit of everything out there.
And then you're feeding too, right?
Yeah, he had 4 different types of sweet feed out there. Them deer are full, dude. Yeah. Just a buffet every evening. It's like clockwork. He'd go out there and dump it. And I was like, man, you better not get used to this because you go to public land, you're not going to get this little squirt.
Yeah.
I think she's ready for the challenge because she kept asking, because my public land, I had a bunch of does coming in. She's like, can I shoot one with a crossbow? We tried to go. It'd be cold. She didn't want to go. Like, I packed a heater with us. Yeah. Come on. She never went. We had basketball going quite a bit too. So,
it's just as much as we love hunting, it's just a whole different feeling when you have a kid.
Oh yeah,
it's a whole different.
A good enjoyment out of it. Just seeing their eyes and smile on their face whenever
experiencing the same things that you like. It's just awesome.
Like we walk through the woods, Dad, look, there's deer track.
Yeah.
We gonna find any sheds?
Picking the things up. Yeah.
I don't know. We gotta keep looking for sure.
Well, it's April in Oklahoma. It means the controlled hunts are
they open today.
Open
today,
and so are you gonna apply for any hunts for you and Lindley, or?
Yeah, I need to get on there and start applying for it. Probably fit this weekend, hopefully. With all the rain.
Yeah, what is it? It's not till May.
I think it's all month.
Yeah, it's till the beginning of May. We can do it.
And then they draw like in June or July.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was looking on them today for the youth hunts for Cannon, and man, there's some pretty good odds. On those youth
all
hunts.
Kinds, youth hunts, turkey hunts, deer hunts, everything.
I always like to pick Cannon's spots that correlate with where I might try to hunt. That way I can get in there and learn and do a little scout and figure out what's going on. And then
that's not a bad idea.
Yeah. Well, okay. So, any other goals in archery, or let me ask you this way: do you have any goals with the company Shot? Anything that you're wanting to like accomplish with Shot?
Oh, it's definitely like to make this thing grow for sure. Like take off and go with it for sure. Where we make it a daily job out of it.
Yeah, that's
that'd be fun. Just set archery springtime and be off in the wintertime hunt
for sure.
Yeah. Well, we share that, man. We want to keep pushing this thing and seeing how far we can take it. So we sincerely appreciate you being with us from day one all the way to now. You're at every event, every setup day. I can't recall a time where you weren't there. And if there was one, it was probably
I didn't get to make the
Mulberry one. Or was it Mulberry? Mulberry.
Make it to last year.
But
good excuse though.
Oh yeah,
had some kids.
Yeah, had some kid things going on.
Yeah, man.
Every time we do something, it's a blast for sure. We make it fun. Got to make it fun.
And one of the things we've been trying to do this year differently than last year is like for our listeners, our staffing. Nobody's taking a paycheck from Shot to 3D Experience. We're putting it all back into Shot and trying to grow this thing organically. So, Ryan and all the other guys that are coming out and doing this work, they're doing it on their own free time. They're taking their own vacation time. They're usually their own gas money. What we did different this year is we're covering lodging and meals during setup days and event days. But other than that, it's like they're there because they want to be and they believe in the company. So something we try to really, as we grow, be better at is what we can give back to them, the staff members and the volunteers and everybody who's helping us through our sponsorships. So, when we negotiate a sponsorship, whether it's Scent Thief or Hanger Co. or you name it, any of our sponsors, we're always asking them, like, what can we do in addition to the giveaway item to give back to some of the staff members that were. Yeah. And we got several really nice packages this year. Scent Thief came in big time. I got one of their boxes here, and everybody's getting a pretty cool Scent Thief package. Canis has got some camo that we gave out to everybody. So we appreciate all that, and like we're trying to give back to you guys as much as possible. And like I guess for the grand finale of this podcast, we want to extend a little bit of our appreciation with a little bit more grander item to give to you. And just know, like, it may be a little redundant, but I believe in backups.
Yeah.
Especially if you go on, if you're away from home.
Yes.
We've had it happen.
100%.
If you're away from home and something happens to your number one, it's always good to have a number two on you.
Mm-hmm.
So
always have a spare tire.
Yeah. Always have a spare tire. So
like ours in the trailer.
This spare tire is going to be a little bit better than the one that we have for the trailer. So without further ado, man, we're going to award you this Matthews Lift 33, and I know you have a Matthews Lift 33, so I can't think of a better backup than the exact same bow that you have. And we can get it set up to you. It's got the quiver, rest. It's ready to go. This was my bow that I shot an Oklahoma buck with this year, or this past season. And I won this bow from 4th Gen Hunting Co. and took it hunting. I got it set up, put new strings on it from Unbound, took it hunting twice.
Maybe.
So
maybe I'll have
it
some
is
better
practically
bigger buck now.
What he's trying to say is you might be able to kill something now that he's touched it.
It's blessed
He's
with
always like that, ain't he?
it's blessed with it's already got
Good
one
luck.
kill.
Yeah,
It's
one
a
good
luck
kill
charm.
for sure.
But it hasn't been shot very much at all. It is, for all intents and purposes, brand spanking new.
Yeah.
So it's the full setup, man. All you gotta do is put arrows in it. Cheers, buddy.
Thank you guys.
Well,
We appreciate you, and for the other staff members that will be listening to this, like we're not done with that. We're going to continue to do what we do as we grow. We'll continue to give back to you guys as much as possible, and we really appreciate.
Yeah,
it's been a blast. Like I said, it's been fun. About every trip we take, we always giggle.
Shenanigans.
Oh yeah, all kinds of shenanigans.
Saturday nights.
Yep.
Yeah.
You know, we have another bow to give away at the end of the year for staff members, and that's going to be kind of our bucket draw that we've been doing, you know, before our events from Choctaw Archery, and it's a PSC bow that we're going to be giving away
Mach
too. So
35 or 33,
35, one of those.
I think it's winners or whatever you want.
Yeah. So we got that, and then some other stuff, you know, down the line that we're going to work on and try to get to. So
heck yeah.
Appreciate you guys.
Love you to death, dude. Thanks for all the work you do. Do you have anything else you want to say to the listeners?
Too nervous right now, probably.
Tell them to buy tickets for the next 3 events. That's what you need to tell them.
Well,
we need some tickets.
What I'd really like to see is you bring it at the next event and somebody calls you out. And maybe
I have some better luck with the call out with that one too. Maybe it's luck everywhere on it.
Yeah.
Call the lucky one.
Yeah. But Ryan, we appreciate you, dude.
I appreciate it, guys.
And the rest of the staff members listening, appreciate you guys. We're gonna get them on.
Before we get off here, let's talk about the Kansas event real quick. I have a couple things that we can kind of cover just for our listeners. And so we kind of got some answers on some questions about lodging, food. Let me pull up this email real quick so I'm not lying to people. One of the questions was like the rates at the lodge. So one thing about Kansas, it's a little bit remote.
Yep.
Saying that, like, it's a couple hours, 2 hours from Wichita, 2 hours from Kansas City, probably. Don't quote me on the exact, but it's within 2 to 3 hours from every major metro area.
Yeah.
Like Wichita, Kansas City, Tulsa's 2.5 hours.
Yeah.
So if you're in Northeast Oklahoma and you hear Kansas event and you think, oh, it's a long ways, it's 2.5 hours away from Tulsa.
3.5 hours, I think, from Oklahoma City.
Yeah, it's not that far into Kansas from Northeast Oklahoma. So all the original Odd Bane Out guys from the Northeast.
No excuses.
There's no excuse. It's not that far. However, there's not a town really close by. But that being said, this hunting lodge has every single thing you need to just stay there.
It's awesome.
Basically has a hotel there. The lodge, the rates for the lodging is one room has 2 queen beds with a private bath. There's no TVs in there. They do that for a reason. Friday through Saturday night, it's $115 a night, and it's a nice room.
Yeah.
This ain't no Super 8 motel.
Yeah.
I mean, you just wake up and roll out of bed and come shoot
some
novelty shots with us.
Yep. They have a bar in their lodge. They have a full cafeteria / restaurant that you can order excellent food.
I was about to say, I keep hearing y'all brag about the food. I'm there. I'm excited. I may not show, but I love food.
If you're an RV guy, an RV spot is $40 a night for 30 or 50 amp hookups.
There's only a few of those.
They are limited on that.
Yeah.
So if you're listening to this and you are thinking about an RV, now I do think he said he would park RVs without hookups if they wanted to do that. So if you have a generator and they're sold out and you still want to bring your RV, just talk to the guys at the office. They'll let you park it somewhere else if that is an option. And for the first time, I don't think they normally do this, but they're allowing primitive camping at their little lake that they have in the center of the property.
Beautiful place.
And there's no charge for that. That's free.
Free camping.
There you go.
Free camping, and he's going to mow it the week before our event. So that's the lodging. excellent lodge, excellent food. It's clean. It's nice. Look at our Facebook post and Instagram post. We've had some videos of the inside of this place.
Yeah, say I went online and looked them up too.
Yeah.
Like it's a sweet little area.
The whole place,
shop,
the whole place is a 5-star hunting lodge.
Yeah, it's a legit deal.
So, what else do we need to cover about the Kansas?
200-yard long bomb.
The 200-yard long bomb. We've never done this before.
So went and talked to Bryn from Okie Land. Everything is set for that. It's going to be an Elite Era carbon bow, and it is the first person to hit whatever sticker dot that we put on this thing. 200 yards.
How did that start?
So Tybo had started posting some shots, long bombs, 200 yards.
He's exempt from this, right?
It was it was kind of close to dark, so he had his
Yeah, that was pretty cool video.
Yeah, watching them things just zoom in and hit. And,
I saw a bunch of them in the ground too.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
He'll probably blame that on his brother, but sorry, kid. But yeah. Anyway, I had commented on there that, hey, you know what? We're going to raise the bar up and put a 200-yard shot on Tybo's. Well, Bryn had chimed in and said, you know what? I'll show up with a bow for somebody that can hit a dot at 200 yards. So I called him out on it, and I was like, hey, you know what? We're doing it.
Yeah.
Went up there and talked to him, and I'll have a video out later on that. It may be out before this gets out. But
so is it just one bow for this event?
So if nobody hits it, it's going to carry on to the next event. But if somebody in Kansas hits that thing, he's going to bring it to Mulberry, and we're going to do the same thing at Mulberry. If somebody at Mulberry hits it, we're going to roll it into Tulsa and do the same thing. At Tulsa, we're going to it's a free-for-all. You guys want to pay your tickets and shoot it, staff members? Normally, we don't let staff members do any kind of shoots like that, but it's the last event. It's 200 yards.
They have to pay.
You have to pay to shoot it.
So, but staff members are exempt. Or not exempt from this.
Not exempt from that one. 200 yards. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Send it.
Let's do it.
I'll be sending a few for
carbon. Shoot,
carbon air.
Yeah, shoot, yeah.
I won't be doing that.
I can make you
some sky.
Some cheap arrows.
Yeah. For sure.
Well, we're excited about that. We haven't really nailed down like what target it's going to be. We're probably going to use one of our biggest targets that we have.
Yeah. Big Wild Creek target.
And then put a sticker on there, and it's going to be touching the sticker, right? Just
got to hit that sticker, man.
Hit the sticker.
Wherever it's at. Like, it can be, I'll probably make judgment calls on it, but it's got to be touching that sticker.
Oh, Philip,
cut the sticker.
He's going to get mad if you call out.
Yeah, I'm usually the heartbreaker on all them people. I get messages 3 days later like, man, I'm staring at that picture, and you sure that wasn't in? Oh, man, sorry.
Yeah.
But not only that, we also are going to be having a little social hour. We thought it was appropriate when we walked up there. The name of the bar is The Last Shot. We got Unbound Archery and Scent Thief are going to host a little after party for everybody on Saturday evening. Probably start, 5:30, 6 o'clock ish. Yeah. Just kind of let everybody start rolling in. Going to work on some giveaways. I know we have some stuff already there to give away, but probably going to have some raffles and stuff like that. Got a awesome little membership to give away from Flint Oak. It's a year membership
to the hunting club.
$2,000 membership.
Yep.
100% wish I could get in on that one because
for sure
I would be spending a lot of time there.
Spending my rest of my vacation up there.
I'm telling you, man,
it's we can't stress enough how awesome this place is.
If they don't watch it, I'm gonna be a full-time resident up there.
Yeah. And the after party social hour. When we say after party, this is not we're not going to be bumping and grinding the music. Yeah. It's not crazy getting drunk.
Just social hour.
It's just hang out with like-minded people. Mm-hmm. We're going to do some. It's more like a banquet, probably.
Yeah.
There'll be some appetizers there, and have some food, and be able to hang out with guys, talk to the staff members, talk to the owners of SHOT. We want to mingle with you guys, and then we'll do some fun games and little raffles and giveaways.
Yeah, we're gonna have so inside the bar area, but there also is a patio area, and we're gonna kind of combine a little bit of that. So if you have kids are with you, you guys can kind of hang out right there. You're still be able to be involved with everything, be able to hear what's going on. Everybody hang out outside. If it's a beautiful day like we're hoping it's going to be, probably want to be outside anyway,
right?
Hanging out. And then Hanger Co. I think he talked to Luke. He's going to be hanging out there. What we tried to do was to get all Kansas manufacturers, sponsors together in on this deal. We've talked to a lot of guys. Diamond Archery will be there, so they're going to be hanging out. We've got a couple of others we're still kind of working on. Don't have specifics on them yet, but for sure, Scent Thief, Unbound, Hanger Co. Those guys will be there, answer any questions. I'm sure they're going to have giveaways. We're just going to have a good time. We'll probably have some shop merch to give away. We've been working on another little shot giveaway that we want to try to do, but we haven't got it nailed down just yet. But we're working on trying to do something for the shooters first shot. But yeah, be an awesome time. Good food, good times, hang out with everybody. So if you're staying, it's really, really convenient. You can run in and take a shower and come right back downstairs, and you're right there at the party, man.
I don't remember exactly how many rooms. I want to say he told me 53.
Yeah, I can't remember it. But sleeps 100 and something, so that probably is right.
There's 53 rooms that have queen beds in them, and it's like a hotel basically.
A redneck hotel.
It's not even redneck.
It's not even redneck. We're way
the high end.
We're looking on approaching the bougie side.
Yeah,
it's nice.
Jeremy's bougie side.
It's very nice, and man. So if you're listening to this, Kansas is one that you do not want to miss.
Yeah,
I've been telling people if I could only go to one event, it would be the Kansas one.
Yeah. It's not just the aesthetics of the lodge. Like it's everything. Like it is
checks
everything.
Every box.
Man, the rolling hills, the terrain, like it's just a beautiful place all the way around. Man, it's primarily upland bird hunting, pheasants everywhere. Like it's
running around.
Yeah, man. So it adds to the little bit of
black pheasants. They got white pheasants, regular colored pheasants, every kind of pheasant you can think of.
They're everywhere running around. It's a very, very nice place, man. I'm excited for it.
Yeah, so go get pre-registered, shop3dx.com. Save you $10 per pass per day.
And our most extensive course that we're going to do.
We did decide that we're going to make one of the courses at this event the hardest course we've ever set up.
Challenge-wise, as far as technical.
Yeah. Maybe not the hardest,
let's make it the Rolling Bones course since Adam's going to be taking the advisors out, doing course. Let's make it that because then Adam had to lose some arrows.
For that.
It's gonna be a good. We're gonna up
the
game with for one of the courses. They're not all gonna be that way, but one of them's gonna be talked about for sure.
Diamond Arrow's got plenty of arrows, or Diamond Archery's got plenty of arrows, so you'll be all right.
Yeah, we're looking forward to it. So, all right, go get your tickets. Get some merch off the website.
Buy them extra tickets.
There is a special giveaway going on right now for Bushnell. We have a R Series package giveaway. That's rangefinder, binoculars, a harness, a rifle scope, and a trail camera.
Trail cam.
All of that. All you have to do to get entered to win is be a newsletter subscriber or Facebook follower or Instagram follower. If you do all three, that's 3 entries.
Go follow Bushnell on all those too.
Yep.
When does pre-registration close?
Pre-registration will close probably that Thursday or Friday before the event. So the 24th or 25th.
Okay.
Save $10.
Yep. That works.
And the Bushnell giveaway is we have 3 of those packages. So we're going to give one away at the event.
We're going to do it at the event?
At the event. And then another one at Mulberry event and another one at Tulsa for the grand finale.
Nice.
Good package.
Yeah.
Check you out.
You can get triple entries by following us on all 3. That's our newsletter, Facebook, Instagram. And then you get 3 chances to win. So
that's awesome.
Yeah. Awesome. It doesn't cost you anything.
Yep. For sure. It's a pretty sweet package. It's sitting right over there. I've been staring at it.
Yeah. All right. Nice. Well, deuces out.
Yeah.
See you next time.
Kansas.
See you later.
See you guys.
Bye.
That was easy, wasn't it?
Yeah.